Martin, obviously you guys tackled really well on the edge, you and Junior both. I mean, was that a point of emphasis for you guys against the NC State game? That you guys had to be strong in the run, and if so, why were you so successful?
Yeah, that's the point of emphasis every game, really. Just fast and physical. Make the plays that come to you. Got to be great tackles on the edge. I feel like we did a good job last Saturday. Got to do that every week. But
It's funny to go back and watch the film, and you and maybe Junior compete a little bit to see who had the biggest leg.
It's fun. We always compete. So like we get a corner of the game, so we always trying to compete for that. Make each other better at the end.
What have you seen? Obviously, Memphis has had some explosive plays with their passing offense. What makes them dangerous?
I feel like they have a pretty good, solid receiver core, but it ain't really about what they do. I feel like it's more about us just going out doing our job. I feel like we'll be fine. Just keep getting better out the week.
Talked after the first game just about the amount of big plays you guys gave up. What do you think you guys did maybe better against NC State to kind of limit that a bit more?
We just played fast. We wasn't really worried about mistakes. We just played fast and physical. We play fast. I guess it's good. It's a good thing as a defensive player. So just play fast every game.
What do you think it said about your defense that you could shut down a running game that put up 200-plus yards the week before?
Can you say that again?
What do you think it says about your defense that you were able to kind of stand up to that challenge and shut down a running game that put up a lot of yards in week one?
Yeah, I feel like they was a really good team. They run the ball really good. Defense just came out to play. We just got to come out and play every Saturday. We played a really good game. I'm proud of the guys. So.
Was there anything like watching the film just as a defense overall that you're like, oh, we got to fix that going into Memphis, or was it pretty solid overall?
No plays here and there, but just as a collective, I feel like we're not playing our best football yet. We just got to keep building, keep getting better. The sky's the limit for the defense. As long as we keep getting better.
How do you feel like that depth's coming with D-Cam, giving y'all a breather now and then?
I love it. I'm ready to get him some more plays in there. Really, D-Cam, he's gonna be the future of Mississippi State, secondary. So proud of him.
What kind of advice do you give him? Obviously, he's still trying to get experience this year, and I know a lot of people say, well, he gave up that 4th and 11 against Louisiana Tech, but how do you handle that as because you've been in his shoes before as a true freshman, and how do you help him get through things like that?
I kind of just tell him, just come out, sharp, and just execute, practice how you play, It's starting practice, so you got to have a good week of practice and prepare for the game. Just tell them, we just come out and get better every day, and then the work is going to show itself when it comes Saturday.
A lot of people don't know that you played the most snaps of any defensive player for the Bulldog defense last year. So along those same lines, how important is it for you to have some guys to maybe take a snap or two and give you a little bit of rest to keep you fresh-legged?
I didn't even know that. So, it's cool. I don't mind playing all the snaps. I don't mind, getting some of my reps taken off. But whatever for the team to win, whatever it takes for the team to win, I'm just all in. So,
after that game against Louisiana Tech, Mike Leach talked a lot about just the mental toughness on the team. What do you feel like you guys did better in week 2, kind of in preparation in that sense?
Preparation, practice, we just knew respect everyone, fear no. What he say? He said, respect everyone, fear no one. So we just respect your opponent. Just come out and play our best game every Saturday. Just go 1-0. Don't think about the past or the future, just the present at that moment. So we came out and practiced, really well, and we was hungry for that game. So it was a statement game, I feel like.
When you hear him say respect everyone, fear no one, I mean, what does that mean? Like, how do you bring that mentality into a game where you obviously want to respect the opponent and be like, oh yeah, they're good, but how do you make sure that you're not giving them too much credit?
Fear no one. We fear nobody. We practice, we work hard just like everybody else, but we feel like our preparation is gonna be better than their preparation. So that's what it's about. And respect everyone. Don't go down looking at the team. You might be better on paper, but it's all about going out and playing every down, every play. So that's what it's about, really.
Makai, the wide receiver core, it seems like it's a different guy every week that's making a big play. I mean, how excited are you about this group? There is so much depth.
I'm very excited because everybody, that's out in the field can make a play. So I'm very excited about that. And I like it.
What have you seen from Memphis' defense so far in film study?
They're a good group of guys, and they're a good group of guys out there, and that's it. That's about it.
Let's get to that 4th and 7 play. I mean, going through the huddle, I mean, obviously you know it's coming to you. It appears it's a one receiver route. How do you kind of prepare yourself mentally, and how confident were you in that play being completed?
I was very confident. You know, we practice it every day, so it's just we go out there and, you know, same thing, routine play. So, yeah.
Seems like when the stakes are higher for the offense, we saw that against Louisiana Tech, and we saw that against NC State on that next to last drive of halftime. It seems like there's more focus, and you guys get the job done. Is there anything different that happens, or is it just more urgency? Or
I don't feel like it's anything different. It's just we just go out there. We know we got to play hard to win, so that's just our mindset going into the game.
What stood out to you between just even week 1 and week 2, and what he's able to do in between those 2 weeks, and maybe just even since this summer, even just in kind of how he's improved?
He's getting more comfortable. Yeah, he's getting more comfortable, and he's out there just playing free. I feel like he's doing good on.
Coach said yesterday, kind of ahead of that 4th down, that Will was saying that Will's always trying to go for it on 4th down. I mean, obviously he's aggressive, but what does that say kind of about his confidence as well, and how does that kind of motivate you guys when your quarterback is that confident in a 4th down play?
And it motivates everybody because as a unit, especially a receiver, we want the ball, and he wants to give it to us. So, that's amazing to hear that, on 4th downs, he, wants to go for it all the time, or most of the time.
What does it say about their trust in you that in a 7-3 ball game around midfield that you're the guy they wanted to go through that? How does that make you feel about being a Bulldog and being a part of this offense?
It made me feel good. Yeah, it makes me feel good that that I'm trusted, and they trusted me to make a play.
I know you haven't played an SEC game here yet, but any differences? Too early to tell between the SEC and Pac-12?
Too early to tell.
How much fun are you having in this offense?
Having fun. Like I said earlier, every chance we get out there, it's a pass play. We pass the ball a lot, so we got a chance to get the ball every play.
Can you just speak to the, I guess, for lack of a better word, non-conservative nature of this offense, and just what that means as far as a philosophy and how it's different from maybe where you played before?
I like it. I like that, we're aggressive, and, it allows us to just, what's the word I want to say? Just be aggressive as well, and just, go out there knowing that, we can get the ball every play.
Do you feel like maybe you have to have a little bit of a different mentality?
I mean, I feel like I keep the same mentality, coming from Cal, even in high school, and then coming here, I've always kept the same mentality, that, I'm aggressive when the ball is in the air, in my routes or whatever. So.
How was that hit in the end zone? You see it coming? Obviously not.
No, I ain't see it coming. Just had to catch my breath for a little minute, but I'm good.
You guys were pretty amped up on the sideline after Malik caught that touchdown pass. I mean, after he wasn't there week 1, I mean, how exciting is it that he gets back and makes a play like that?
It was very exciting, and we were just I don't know what it was, but like when the ball was in the air, it seemed like it was going like it was in slow motion. So when he caught it, it's a lot of emotion that came out of that. So
What you gonna say to him?
just good job, keep doing what you're doing, and then so yeah.
And after Tulu scored the return, you were one of the first guys to go congratulate him. I mean, obviously you've become one of the guys, but how welcomed have you felt here at Mississippi State as a newcomer?
Felt very welcome. I felt very welcome. All of my teammates, I treat them like brothers. They feel like brothers to me. So.
Cameron, obviously you guys had a great night against NC State, against a very good, experienced offensive line. What's that like to see the guys to the left and right, and plus yourself making plays? How much y'all feed off each other during the game?
That's a real confidence boost, going against a great group like that, very experienced group. I think they do a good job of getting to their blocks. So it's a real boost going into this week, and it gives us a great chance.
Two of your biggest plays weren't even on the interior. You had the one where you ran Leary down the sideline for a 1-yard gain, and then he's rolling right, and you're out there in the passing lane knocking the ball down. Is that Cam Young, is that Jeff Phelps, or a combination of both? Because a lot of interior linemen don't get out in the flats and make those plays.
That's just the standard of the MSU defense. We all try to do that. We all try to get out, and because we stun a lot, so teams like to get out on the perimeter to try to combat that. We all try to get out on the perimeter and fake plays as much as we can.
You guys are going up against a true freshman quarterback. I mean, how important is it to kind of get some pressure and maybe try to get in his head a little bit for someone that young?
I think it's real important with any quarterback, try to get him off the spot, make him play with pressure in his face, something I don't think he used to. Just things like that.
How big was it Saturday I know the front line played well, the starters, but to have guys like Pickering come in and Sherman Timms and for the production not to drop off that much because they held their own too. How much, obviously it helps at depth, but how much confidence they give y'all in them?
That's real big. Pick is a guy that plays a lot of snaps. Jack, Monte, we have a pretty deep group. So when those guys come in and make plays, it just makes the ones hungry, make us ready to get back out there and make plays.
When you see those twos and younger guys get out there and make plays, you mentioned how it kind of elevates you guys. I mean, what does it do for those guys? When they get out there, they make a big play, and perhaps they're not a starter.
I think it boosts their confidence too. Seeing us go out there and come behind them and make plays, and they go out there and do the same thing. Like they feel like it's no drop off. So that's real big with the rotation.
I know it hurt obviously with Jordan Davis having to miss the entire season, but Odom missed most of training camp, but it seemed like he got back in a hurry. How much has he helped that depth of defensive end?
Oh yeah, that's a vet. He brings a lot of experience. He can teach the young guys a lot of things. So that's a real big help for us.
He's had plenty of turnover just on that defensive line with two guys obviously going to the NFL. Just how much confidence do you guys have that you're still getting the job done, even though it's, some newcomers are in big roles now?
Yeah, guys like Randy, they knew they had to come in and step up, and that's a big key for us. Randy, Monte coming back, those guys knew that they had to play a part with Kobe and Marquise leaving, so that's real big for them guys to get in and make plays like that.
When you see Randy and Jaden go get a sack like that, how motivated are you to think, I got to get my name on the board too?
Oh yeah, I'm sick because I missed one, but I got to get one. I got to get one. That just made me, I got to get one now.
What is just obviously Randy's kind of a newcomer. What is he like? Just impressions of him so far. What he's able to do?
Just a ball of energy. A guy that goes out, plays his hardest. He wants it as bad as we do. He feel like he's been here the whole time. So he's one of the guys, and that makes us better.
When you go up against a running game like NC State, I mean, is that just like, do you guys kind of take that as a challenge? Like, they put up a lot of yards, let's kind of prove that we can kind of muddy up the front line, or how do you get pumped for that kind of match?
For sure, because I think teams feel like we don't see as much run in practice because we go against the air raid. So I feel like when you running the ball, that's a challenge to you as a man. Like who's better up front. So we take that personal.
How do you practice it? I mean, this team throws a lot. Just how do you kind of practice for a team that runs a lot?
Our scout guys, they give us great looks. They try to emulate them as best they can, and we just go from there.
This is Mississippi State is DLU, as you guys like to call it. When you see those other Mississippi guys like Chris Jones and Jeff Simmons, Fletcher Cox, how does it motivate you guys to think, if this is good enough for them, it's good enough for me, and I can kind of follow in their footsteps?
So, we watch those guys every Sunday, moral support, and seeing those guys go out on Sundays and do big things, knowing that they come right from Starkville, it's a big motivation.